My dude, Mario, thank you so much for coming on the Winner's Paradigm podcast, brother. It's been an honor because my boy San Diego Clinton was telling me that I needed to interview you and get to know you on a personal level. So first it was the content, bro, and you're fucking an amazing dude who went through a lot of shit. So it was awesome getting to know you there, talking to you a little bit, and then now getting to dive deep with you. So I'm a little happy right now. But before I get ahead of myself, bro, would you mind giving a brief intro, who you are, what you're passionate about today, brother?
So Mario Dragustinovis, you can find me at Instagram, Mario D Fit. I'm an HVAC contractor here in Florida, and I'm an online coach as well. So I teach people how to change their lives just like I've changed mine. You know, I've been through this shit. I was hooked on drugs, alcohol. Wife hated me, kids hated me. Wife wanted a divorce, and I just said, you know what? I don't give a fuck. Do what you want. You know, and it took me a second, but I came home one day and I looked at my kids, you know, everybody was sad, depressed, fucking full of anxiety. And it broke my heart. I was like, what am I doing here? You know, what am I doing to my family? I'm creating the terror that I had when I was young, growing up in a crack neighborhood for my family, you know? So that really right there broke me down, bro. I just really thought a lot, and I had been following Wes for a long time, you know what I'm saying? And I'd been listening to him, and one video really stuck out. And I was like, man, this motherfucker's genuine, bro. I said, you know what? I don't have shit. I was broke at the time, bro. And my business wasn't doing well. And, you know, I fucking just pulled out the money out of my ass. And I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to invest in a 3-month program and see if this dude can help me. And, bro, sure enough, the best fucking investment of my life, bro. It's done miracles. You know what I'm saying? He helped me find the way, bro. And he gave me a set of non-negotiable habits to do on a daily basis with the workout routine, with the nutrition plan, and I followed it to a motherfucking T. I did not deviate whatsoever, bro. I was so meticulous with it, and it changed me. Like, it really broke my subconscious program that I had. It changed it, bro. And it continues to help me change every single day. I don't deviate from the program. I stick to it. I live it. I love it. I teach it. And I believe in this wholeheartedly, bro. The best thing ever. So ever since that investment, bro, like, I now invest more in myself. Not only I'm still a mentee of Wes, I've got other mentors. You know what I'm saying? I fucking invest more into my business. Last month, I invested probably about $30,000 into my business. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm spending more money on my family because I'm like, fuck it. It's, bro, we have to treat ourselves, right? Anyways, I'm buying fucking dogs, bro. We just bought this dog was like almost $4,000. Like, it's just, I'm not scared anymore. You know what I'm saying? I had this mindset that I've created now is I can and I will, and it's gonna happen. There's no more fear. It's all gone. And that's kind of where we're at now, bro. And I fucking hate hearing weakness. Like, anytime I hear a sense of weakness, I get the fuck away if I'm not in your circle. If you're talking to me, I'm gonna fucking light you up. Like, I cannot deal with it, bro. The negative energy will suck anyone down if you allow it.
100%.
But if you come back with positive and switch shit around and take control of the situation, like we all can, then that's when the change happens, bro.
Yeah, I'm the same exact way, brother. And I'd say too, you know, off because before me and you were talking off record, you know, and we're talking about the way we grew up and the way it was just tough as nails. And that's number one, you know. So when it comes to weakness, it's that. But I'd say for me, it's more of the limiting beliefs bullshit about people saying what they can't do. You know, like you said, operating off of fear. And until my wife was going to leave me and I wasn't on the non-negotiables, that's where I was at. Was like, I had this fear. Oh, I fucked up in my marriage. My wife's going to leave anytime. Oh, da 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 da. And like, that was my narrative for a long fucking time versus being like, I need to be a better man than I admire. And then all of a sudden, fucking nutrition's on point. I've always been in the gym. It's just I was drinking like a fucking mad dog, gallon of whiskey, suppressing those emotions. All of a sudden, I cried in front of my woman. She's like, why are you crying? I'm like, hey, this fucking emotion hit me. I'm going to sit here with this. I'm going to get through this shit because that's what I keep doing is suppressing this and then move on. So when you were saying that, brother, that shit hit me because that was it for me. I was working with one of my mentors, Sean Michael Crane, at that time. And that was one of the things with him, is, hey, if you and your wife stay together, this is what you're going to do. If you split, this is what you're going to do. And that's where it got clear was like, literally, she left with the kids for 3 weeks and she's with her family. And the thought cracked in my head. I was like, bro, I can have a fucking great time tonight. I can go do dumb shit. I can go get some shit, go to the club, and it'll be on and popping. I can be, having this great life that I so-called believe in. And it was funny because I was like, bro, that's not me, dude. Like all that shit takes you away from being a better man, takes you away from doing what you need to fucking do on this planet. And what am I going to do? Waste these fucking hours when I get up at 3, 4 in the morning to go to the gym. Now I fucking slack on the next day. And that was something for me, was like you said, when you're on the non-negotiables, you're showing up every day. That's something you're clear with. And you also mentioned the community aspect as well, brother. Having everybody around you be excellent, raising that bar. And that's something I'm huge on, bro. It's like, if I see someone fucking up near me, I'll tell them once and be like, hey, man, I respect you. I love you, but I can't have that shit around me. Why? Because I used to accept it and it led me down fucking dangerous paths by having those friends.
It's a standard, bro. It's a standard. If you don't have fucking standards, you're gonna hang out with any fucking loser. And what, bro, their habits are contagious, bro. People think like this habit talk, like you hear it, you see it, people saying all this shit. And it's like, I used to yeah, shut the fuck up, bro. What the fuck do you know? When I first started watching Wes, like I remember he was at a taco bus and some guy brought him his book to sign. And I was like, who the fuck does this guy think he is? You know what I'm saying? And then as time went, you just saw him grow. And it's like, the dude had so much value, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't hanging around with fucking losers. You know what I'm saying? He just kept putting in the fucking work. And he's at where he's at now. And, where I was at that time, I was fucking getting drunk, doing the dope with these motherfuckers, talking about what we hated about our life, our wives, our kids don't do this, the house is a mess. And we would just go fucking drink at the bar, just drown our fucking sorrows, like together. Negativity, just fucking on top of negativity, on top of more fucking dumbasses coming into the circle, talking about the same shit. Use fucking time wasted, bro. I wish I would have jumped into this shit when I was like, I don't know, 23, 25. I'd be a fucking multimillionaire right now. You know what I mean? But, things happen in its own time when it should. And I'm just grateful for all that, bro. It was, the time that it happened was perfect. And, we just continue to grow and we don't allow the weakness to drag us down. One book I'm going to recommend for you, bro, is The Energy Bus by John Gordon. If you have not read it, bro. So it's like a 5th or 6th grade level, reading level. But dude, it is fucking amazing. I was given it by another mentor of mine. And I've read it twice already in less than a month. And it's just the way my mindset is, bro. Like we all have our bus, right? And we're driving and we're fucking staying positive. And then you have these energy vampires that try to get on your bus and try to suck that positive energy out of you. There's gonna be a point where you tell, hey, motherfucker, get the fuck off my bus. Like you ain't gonna fuck me up. You know what I'm saying? And for example, like when my wife has this negativity going on, I'm like, hey, I made her read it. I'm like, get the fuck off my bus. And she'll start laughing, bro. And I'm like, there we go. We're bringing the positive energy, baby. Let's go. And it's real shit, bro. I do it with my kids, with their friends. Cause I have like, I don't know, 6 teenagers here at a time in my house, and I love it. They see me, they follow me on Instagram. They're working out with me yesterday, and it's just, you lead by example, bro. These kids, they always come and they'll give me a flex. And I'm like, yeah, bro, you're doing good. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's about. Getting yourself right and then bringing up your people, bro. But so many people that I talk to, it's like, for one, they think it's a scam, right? And then 2, it's their fear-based mentality, like we were just saying. Like, I had one guy just telling me, like, I don't have any money. My business is going broke. My wife hates me. I'm like, bitch, because of you. You're the fucking problem. You're speaking nothing but weakness right now. I said, I didn't have the fucking money, bro. Like, I don't do this shit for the money. honestly, it's an inconvenience, bro. Like my contract business is set, bro. And we'll talk about that in a second, but like I do this because I'm so passionate, bro. It's done miracles in my life, and I know it can. It obviously, you know what I'm saying. It's just people need to get out of their own fucking way and quit allowing fear to take control, bro.
I mean, I just realized. I'll get deep. I just realized, that a lot of people don't go through that. Like I talked to my dad the other day. Homie's almost 50, still partying, fourth baby mama, just acting a fool, dude. And he got off a bunch of shit, and motherfucker got fat now. And he was calling me, and he's like, "I want my son." Da, da, da. And I'm like, "Here goes me, dude." Back in that mindset of the way I was ingrained about results, because
subconscious
shit growing up was results, motherfucker, and it was the same mentality. Like, short example was I was scared to go on the high dive. And I just remember the conversation where he was like, "Don't act like a fucking bitch around me. If you can't fucking do it, shut your fucking mouth. Don't say anything." And I'm glad that he told me in that way because it made me toughen up. And obviously he could have went the other route and been like, "Hey, son, if there's something that you're afraid of, conquer it," But he didn't tell me that way. So I was grateful that it came in that way. And at this time, he's complaining about his shit. I can't drop the drink and it's easy for you. Then he pulled the Mexican card. You grew up with the Mexicans. I was like, "Bro, my mom drink every fucking day. So how are you going to tell me that?" I go, "Bro, I fucking seen my dad go to the gym every day at 5 a.m. throughout high school and then get shit-faced, get abusive on weekends. And that's why I didn't believe in it because that wasn't being that leader." And I was like, I can't fucking complain because I repeated the same history, acted the same. I didn't get as physical, but I pretty much did. I would get in everybody's face, fucking say it. "What are you going to do? Hit me?" Because I knew people wouldn't. And I was like, I was just causing problems. So for me, I needed to get sober to fucking get away from that shit. And then two, to understand that that's just fucking dumb shit to be doing where you're continually doing it. And that's why I wasn't having the results was I was looking like shit because I was drinking all fucking crazy. And I repeated the same thing of the work hard mentality, So within this conversation, I got fucking mad. I laid him straight and I was like, "Don't fucking call me. I don't give a fuck. Honestly, like, you want to keep saying this?" He said probably 1,000 times he's going to get clean. I was all, "Get clean or shut the fuck up and don't talk to me." "Oh, well, you're being mean." I was like, "I'm not here to make friends, motherfucker. I'm not here to restore a relationship. You either bring results or not. We're not going to be having this because I don't keep people around that." And that's why I'm so big on that. And it was funny after that conversation, bro, because it clicked for me. And I'm like, at the same time, it's like Wes says, dude, what is there to fucking get, dude? You get what the problem is. Here's the solution. Now get to fucking work. And that's the thing is like, we can sit here all fucking day. We can talk about how we grew up, whatever. But at one point in time, like you did, brother, you're going to have to face that fear of getting to where you're not. And especially when people are like, "Oh, my wife hates me," whatever, dude, like you're a reflection of what you're giving her. You're giving her bad shit. She's going to give it back to you. I did the same thing. I was like, "Bro, I can't fucking stand my wife, blah, blah, blah." And then I start leading better. And all of a sudden my wife's like coming to me, "I'm leading and work's been amazing." And she's in the Navy. So it's funny as shit. Cause I always tell her that, like, "Hey, I see more in you than you see in yourself. You're a damn good leader." I'm always telling her things. Yeah, whatever. I just want to have my fun, do whatever the fuck I want. And then she starts coming to me, like everybody's coming to me and they're telling me to do this or that.
Yes.
How is it? And I'm laughing, bro, because I'm like, I fucking told you. Like, this is why I'm leading in this way and showing you this way, because people are going to come to you for that reason.
Absolutely, bro. And what you did with your dad, bro, the energy bus, he was your vampire, bro. You told him to get the fuck out, bro. That negative energy, you're like, "Nah, sorry, dad. I don't fucking want it here, bro." And you did right by doing that, bro. It hurts because it's your father, but at the same time, it's like, you can't let people drag you down no matter who the fuck it is, bro. If my wife hadn't jumped on this fucking bandwagon with me, bro, we would have got divorced because there's levels, right? We would have been fucking thrown off. So I would have elevated. She would have stayed back. And I told her straight up the other day, I said, "Look, you better fucking catch the fuck up because like before, if you hadn't jumped on, we would have fucking got divorced for sure." You know what I'm saying? Right. And bro, she's dropped 50 pounds now. She's actually with Warrior Mom Fitness. So I helped her drop 40. And then she's dropped 10 more with Warrior Mom Fitness. Her abs are coming in. She's thinking clear. She's leading more. I'm listening to her conversations with her friends, and it's like, wow, this is what's up, man. And I don't tell her like you can't. I don't tell her like it was because of me, right? Like I just allow actions to speak for themselves, and I'm just super proud of her because I always saw her as weak. You know what I'm saying? And she's building strength every single day, bro. and I fucking love it, man. She's gotten to a place where she's completely surprised me, you know?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I could definitely resonate with that.
Yeah. And so, yeah, she's getting ripped. And yeah, every day we're just taking it day by day. You know what I'm saying? And as far as like the way we live, bro, it's like and Wes, I saw a video today. Your actions have to align with the person you want to be. If you want to be a piece of shit, go ahead, keep drinking, doing all dumb shit, chasing after women, fucking snorting coke, whatever. If you want to be a good man, which is what I wanted, which is what we all want in reality. We all want to look good. We all want to feel good. We want to be happy with our family. Everybody wants that shit, bro. Everybody. Your actions and habits have to align with it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you stick to the system, bro. It's systems is what makes the world go round, bro. A system will help you in your business. You have to have a system in life, a fucking program that you follow every day with good habits that will change you. You know what I'm saying? Mind, body, and spirit, bro. So,
bro, you know what's funny is that was one of the things my wife was like, when we're going through all that shit, you need to get a therapist. You're a little angry, you know? So I get this therapist, dude. Funny as fuck, this motherfucker said, right? You can't work out 7 days a week. That's not healthy. You need to calm down. I said, hey, bro, you got to stop that shit or I'm going to fire you. He's like, what? You know? And I was like, I'm going to lose my fucking mind if I don't work out every day. And the dude was just like, what? And I'm like, honestly, dude, like when people talk about channeling that anger, that's one of the things. Like, I don't understand how you fucking live and don't work out, dude. Like it just doesn't, it's incomprehensible to me. It's like going through the motions or being around family. They're like, oh, let's just watch movies all day. I'm like, nah, bitch, let's go to the fucking gym. Then we can watch movies because you earn the right to do that. But that's the way I see it, you know? So that was something for me where it was like, bro, I was cutting hard on Thanksgiving. I was having no carbs, you know? So it was just straight fucking mountain of turkey. Everybody's looking at me like, why the fuck are you just eating that? I was like, oh, I'll be good. And then I was getting up like at 3 a.m. and it's fucking 30 degrees outside. And my swagger had fucking 30-pound dumbbells. So I'm doing burpees with them, 400 lunges. And yes. Like, well, what the fuck is going on with you? And I'm like, oh, I used to bitch about fucking hating being around family because I didn't get workouts in. And that was just a reflection of me saying what I couldn't do versus just being like, all right, I'm going to fucking do this regardless, you know? So I'm doing all this. And then my boy that I fucking used to live with hits me up. He's like, hey, bro, you want to take my gym membership? And I'm like, all right, you know, so he gives me his gym membership, which wouldn't have happened if I was in my mind still talking about what I couldn't do, about not being able to go to the gym or fuck this place. There's no 24-hour gyms. I don't understand how you live here and getting back in the negativity. So that was something for me, you know, it's like when I said I started living every single day differently. And even fucking yesterday, bro, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have a rest day. Fucking, I doubled up the other night because we have a fucking, because of this rain, we have a fucking hole in our roof. So there was rain coming in the house. So like big ass shit popped the other night. And I was just like in my head, you know, so I ended up going double tapping chest and back. And then I was just like, oh, I'm good, blah, blah, blah. And yesterday my fucking daughter put, she put fucking dog food up her nose. So she was just wilding out. Luckily everything was good, you know? And I was like, fuck, dude, but like she stressed me out. So I'm like, my cortisol levels are high. And my wife last night's like, you want to cuddle? I was like, no, I'm gonna go to the fucking gym and just calm down. She's like, we're supposed to have today off. I was like, yeah, I know, but I did burpees already. Now I feel good. I'm gonna go to the fucking gym, you know. So go to the gym, get a good workout in. And that was something for me, you know, whereas when I was still drinking, it was like I told you, bro, I got the injuries, my knees are fucked, my back's fucked, my shoulders, my hips, I got arthritis in all my joints. May have an autoimmune condition that causes why I have pain every single day. And I was like, that's been the best part, is understanding that it doesn't matter how much pain you're in, you could still do shit every single day, whether it's a fucking walk, burpees, push-ups, you can figure it out, you know? And I'd say that was one of the things for me as a leader, where it was like, that's what I was lacking, was that edge, you know, that extra bit of being like, regardless what circumstance is, every single day. And what also made that click is a client. I have a client like that, you know, that complains about where he's at, fucking hating social media. It's everybody else's fault. And I'm like, bro, I was the same way. You just got to set up every day is the same. He's like, what are you talking about? And he's a sales guy too. So I was like, even better. I was like, every fucking sales the same, dude. You can control every conversation, everything. It's the same thing with your habits. Every day you wake up, you do this. I fucking hate when people are like, I get to show up. I get to do this. I'm like, yeah, that's good and all. You're showing gratitude, but you're not taking action for me, I just say I do show up every day. I do show up as the best dad I am. I do not drink because I understand that that takes me further away from what I was. And when I kept being in a state of gratitude, I wasn't taking action. And it was like, well, I'm so grateful, but I'm not doing what I need to do within the current moment. So especially when you're talking about your wife, you know, and seeing the growth that she's having, what she's doing, that was something for me as well, where, you know, my wife had 3 brain surgeries, had another fucking 4th surgery recently. And she's been going through all her shit. And it's like, I get in that space sometimes where I'm like pushing more. And then I look at it, I'm like, bro, she's fucking done a shit ton. And 2, it's a time to just be grateful. You know, I'm like, she's alive, we're healthy, we're doing well. Like, I literally made a video about that the other day, bro. Like, what the fuck do you have to complain about? Your kids are healthy, you're healthy, you look good, you got a house. What the fuck you complaining about? You know, and that was something for me the other day where I was like, oh, more. And then I like sat there and I'm like, bro, you're accomplishing that. You're showing up every day. You align yourself to the people. Like, what else are we talking about? There's nothing to really fucking talk about.
And that's perfect, bro, because there's no way you can be negative and grateful at the same time. No fucking way. And that's how I do it every time now. Anytime I find myself going negative and going to that space, like yesterday, it hit me for a while. My wife and I had a little argument, and I started going down. And then I was like, I switched it around, started thinking everything I was grateful for. My sobriety, I'm like super grateful for that, because without my sobriety, bro, I wouldn't be where I'm at. Like, I'd still be a piece of shit. Like, that's what brought out the demons, you know? And anyways, I just started thinking about all the good shit, and I said, you know what? Now it's time to get busy. Fuck it. I got out of the house. I went, talked to my team members in my business. I started getting shit done. Then I went to the gym with my kids, and then it was all good, bro. Like, you take positive action, think positive thoughts, and you're good to go, man. You're in control of your whole fucking existence, you know? And it's just people are lazy. They think the gym, and they're like, oh, you know, like, fuck, I'm tired. Fuck you, bitch. Get the fuck up, bro. So, and it all starts with willpower, right? So I don't know if you've seen this podcast. It's with Andrew, it's Huberman and Goggins. Did you watch that?
That's a good one, yeah.
So he talks about the anterior mid-cingulate cortex, right? It's a part of your brain. Basically, it's your willpower. And the only way you will grow this willpower, this part of your brain, is if you get uncomfortable. So I fucking hate the cold, right? So if I go and do a cold plunge, that part of my brain, the mid-cingulate cortex, is going to grow. But if tomorrow I jump in and I love it, it's going to shrink. So the only way that willpower is going to grow is if you're constant, tension, uncomfortable, right? And he says that it's smaller in people that are overweight and bigger in people and in athletes. You know what I'm saying? So that willpower has to be exercised every day, little by little, taking steps and making yourself uncomfortable. Right?
Ooh, that's powerful.
Yeah. And so every morning, like when I started my journey, it wasn't fucking simple. I fucking hated it, bro. I started off, instead of waking up at 9:30 or 10 all hungover, I started waking up at 6. Then from 6 to 5:30, from 5:30, so on. Now I'm at 3:30 in the morning, and I don't fucking miss. Weekends, I'll do 4:30, right? But no later than that. And I go through all my non-negotiables, and there's days where I don't want to fucking do it. I don't want to get out of bed. I'm like, fuck, poor me. I'm like, fuck you. Get the fuck up now. You know what I'm saying? And then we just I go and crush it harder on the days that I feel weak. You know what I'm saying? At the gym.
Respect. I'm the same fucking way. Actually, I was working out with one of my buddies the other day, and he was like, "What's your requirement to leave the gym?" I start laughing, and we start doing burpees. And like, he's a more jacked toned guy than me, so it was funny because burpees, he was smoking my ass. Like, I do burpees all fucking day, and I'm doing push-ups like nothing. And he's like, "What?" I was like, "Homie, I got the T-Rex arms, bro. I can do push-ups all day." Like, we're going against it, and we said it was just gonna be 120. We get so competitive. It's like 250 burpees with push-ups, Navy SEAL, all that fucking dumb shit. Yeah. And we get to like 250 and leave. And then he was like, "Oh, that was a good workout," you know, and it was respect on that level. And I was like, "Yeah, bro, that's something I do all the fucking time," where I'm like, now I just got one of those slant boards because, like I said, my knees are fucked. So it's been cool getting lower range of motion and really focusing on that every day. And I'm like, I do that shit, 100 squats to leave the gym, 100 push-ups to leave the gym, 100 pull-ups to leave the gym. If it's 2 people, 300 pull-ups or 300 pull-ups yourself. I'm like, you start to fucking learn that it doesn't fucking matter and all the shit that you think, and that was something for me where, like I said, cutting hard as fuck when it was Thanksgiving, fucking the 21st of December, I did a 10-day fast. People were like, how the fuck are you doing that? Because on Christmas, I smelled barbecue. I smelled all this shit. I went for a 5-mile walk. I was like, fuck this, I was just so mad. And I'm like on a walk and people were like, how are you doing it? I'm like, I don't give a fuck, dude. And then someone was just like, what happens if you fell? I was like, then I die. And they're like, well, you're not going to die. I was like, so then what are we fucking sitting here talking about me failing for? And I was like, you know exactly what you're going to do. You're going to look that fucking food. And I was like, that was it for me. It wasn't the fact of like me wanting to eat. It was like, there's one fucking M&M, one hot Cheeto. And I'm like, oh, eat this. No one would know. And my wife made pozole on fucking Christmas. Like I said, like that same day, so she's eating it. She's like, you can eat some, blah, blah, blah. Like no one will know. And I'm like, nah, that's not going to happen. I was like, last thing I'm going to do is fucking lie and have my wife cover up for it. Or 2, act like a bitch and then have my wife sit here in front of me and then have that against me and being like, hey, you didn't hold your word to this. And I was like, I don't lead my family in that way. I used to do it, didn't lead to good things. Now I don't do that shit. And it was funny because even after that, she's like, I didn't think you were going to do those things because of the way you are. You love to fucking eat. Even me on a cut now, I find ways to fucking eat 16 ounces of chicken at one time. People are like, oh, you can split this up. I'm like, nah, fuck that, dude. Like, I could just sit here with all this food, eat this right now. I'll be straight,
Yeah. Damn, that's a lot. It's when we're talking about the holidays, like I did eat, bro. I did have some desserts, but I killed it even fucking harder. So I did not miss. I have not missed, bro. Since I've started this, I haven't missed. So on the holidays, we were up in Virginia. It was like 25, 28 degrees, whatever. And bro, my father-in-law is 68. He's had heart surgery. He's lost like 80 pounds. He was out there in the cold doing cardio, running bleachers, and like I'm literally recording, bro. And I'm like my fucking lips shivering and shit, and like, bro, what's everybody's excuse? This guy's 68. He's out here with me running, crushing it in the cold. We don't want to be here. We're getting it done. And I don't know. You just have to have that inner strength. But yeah, I mean, the whole time during the holidays, I did eat. I was conscious of it, right? So if I ate like shit, I didn't eat a lot. Like I ate 1 plate and it was small portions. But I still felt like shit about it, So I would go hit a round 2. I would hit burpees. I would jump rope. I would fucking burn. I would track it on my watch. And once I got to like 800 calories burned, I was like, okay, I'm good now. I'm happy now.
I did this shit the other day, bro, where I was over on the macros because I ate a fucking steak. And it was funny because like I'm like big on that, on the fats, everything we're eating. And it's always fats, carbs. I upped it to 200 grams because that was the thing after the fast was, like I said, I was like at 0 or 100 grams, but I was only eating fruit. So when I went to start lifting again, wanted to go heavy, all the weight started coming back, number 1. And then number 2, I had no fucking energy. And I felt like dying every day. So up the grams up to 200 carbs. And then one day, like I was like tracking everything. I'm weighing everything out. My mother-in-law is here and she's like, oh, and I'm like, yeah, you know exactly how much you're eating. You can track everything. And then I was like, fuck, dude, I'm over on fats. My wife's like looking at me and I'm like, all right, fuck it. You know what I mean? I'll bump the carbs down a little bit. And then the next day, like I do 45 minutes of cardio to compensate for that. And I'm like, all right, I guess that was my cheat meal was a fucking steak, but I'm not tripping because I wanted a fucking ribeye. Dude, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I can't have this. It's not like I'm fucking eating McDonald's or whatever, and it was something funny when my wife's like laughing at me because I was making a big deal initially about it. And then I was like, just get to extra work and put more in for that, and that was the thing for me was it used to just be like, whatever, or back in the day it was, oh, I can eat like crazy. I can drink like crazy in the metabolism. I fucked my metabolism anyway because I wrestled in high school. So I'd cut 30 pounds and then blow back up and fucking, that's what got me early 20s was fucking before the injuries was that shit was drinking and fucking messing my metabolism up and not understanding that both of those align together. And it was funny as fuck, dude. It's like once I got that lasered in, started focusing, that's what honestly started bringing me business, is like have a podcast business where I'm helping. Now it's evolved. So originally it was starting podcasts for entrepreneurs, and then now it's coaching them to do exactly that. So getting them from the beginning where they're at, coaching them to start talking about their own shit, and then leading into having their own journey, platform, whatever, and coaching all that way. But what was funny was that happened by accident. It happened because people were just asking me, how did your wife not leave you? How did you get in better shape? How did you lose 55 pounds? How did you start working out every day, regardless of how you're feeling? Because I'm always saying that, like, oh, fucking throwing up this morning before the gym. Hey, what else are we complaining about? We're alive, and it's like, it's the small things. And that was it for me, was business started flowing when I got in alignment. And that was something you just mentioned earlier as well. And I didn't want to miss that because we said we were going to talk about it. You said the business is set because you have all the foundational principles figured out, aligned, integrated. So could you touch a little bit on that, brother? What it was like once you got clear with yourself and then the business was able to follow?
So once I got clarity, once I got aligned, like I didn't think about anything else. Every day I focused on getting myself right, finding my alignment, mind, body, and spirit, getting in that flow state. And then I went about my day, bro. And every day I just kept putting in the work, not thinking, not stressing, just loving every part of the process, just like fitness. So many people think about the fucking result. Think about today. Enjoy the fucking day and what you're going through, right? So enjoy the process. So every day, just get putting in work. And whenever I went to the last Cali mastermind, that was like month 4, I believe. And I met a gentleman, right? My team member now. And I read him, bro. Like energy was right. Everything was right. We aligned together. He had been through shit too, been homeless, on drugs, all this shit. Now he was sober. And you can just sense it. You can read it. Once you have clarity, you can see it, bro. You can see clearly. You know what I'm saying? And I read everything about him, man. Everything that he was saying, I was like, boom, we're meant to be, bro. We're fucking married now, bitch. And literally, bro, I left and I told him, I was like, look, bro, I got an event I'm going to. I can't cancel. I said, you're going to be in charge of this right here. Bro, for me to trust a guy I had just met, to give him the keys to my work vehicle and just completely trust him with my business. 100%, bro. I had just met the fucking guy. Okay. I give him the keys, bro. No fucking joke. Within 2 hours, bro. I sent him on his first call. He's like, I got a sale. I was like, oh, okay, cool. What you got, bro? 20K. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, we're putting it in tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. He lined up all the crew, everybody, bro. I don't know if you know anything about air conditioning work, but it's not fucking fun work.
Yeah, no, I used to sell HVAC. That was the first thing I did when I came out the Marine Corps. So,
bro, brutal shit, right? So I did everything. I did the sales. I did the business side of things. I did all the technical work. Like when I tell you my hands are so fucked, bro, like it was crazy. Anyways, so while I was at the Cali I flew out to the Cali mastermind. While I'm there, he's like, bro, I got 3 more sales. I'm like, bro, I'm like losing my mind. Bro, but my business made 50K gross revenue in like 3 days. It was insane, bro. And then so that month we had the biggest month without me having to do shit. 100 grand, bro. The most I had done personally was 75K, right? In gross profits. And yeah, bro. And after that, it was just like, now we have a whole install crew. Like, bro, I haven't touched tools in like 5 months. You know what I'm saying? Now I focus on growing the business, perfecting the systems, and making everything grow. And now I have trust. I trust myself. I trust my team members. I'm aligned. All this shit. I'm spreading this energy to them. I show them appreciation. And bro, we're building this team and this environment where it's just, for one, this AC business is going to be the best fucking place to work here in the area. And everybody's going to want our service, bro. I've already built a reputation myself, right? We're on Google, all this shit, and it's growing, bro. I just literally, before we got on the call, I had a customer call me, and he's like, Mario, I just want to personally thank you and tell you what a fucking amazing job your crew did. He said, not only were they clean and professional, like this thing is working better than it ever has. He's like, it's blowing my fucking hair off, And it made me so happy, bro, because it starts with the leader and then it flows, right? But if I hadn't got into alignment, the universe would have never came together, bro. That's what happened. The universe came together in my world. You know what I'm saying? And it allows me more time to coach people, You know what I'm saying? Like I got one of my clients, he's in Vegas and he's been with me 4 months now. And he's like, Mario, like, he's like, dude, you're not, and it made me cry, bro. He's like, you're not just changing my life, bro. You're changing so many others. Like through me, people are watching me. Now my coworkers that I hang out with, they want to get sober. They're going to the gym. He's like, bro, my parents are going to the gym with me. He's like, this is the best thing, bro. I didn't even know the kid did stocks, bro. And he's like, a kid, he's 26. So he's like, bro, he's like, this clarity now. He's like, I'm making better decisions in my stock trading. He's like, I'm making a shit ton more money right now. He's like, and every day, bro, we talk. And he's like, bro, I tell him I'm so proud of him. And he's like, bro, he's like, he's so thankful. You know what I'm saying? Because the shit has changed his life, bro. And he's changing others. The shit spreads, bro, like wildfire. You know what I mean? And it's the daily habits. That's all it took. He's been sober the whole time he's been with me. You know what I mean? And he plays, so he's a school teacher during the day, bro. And he'll post in his stories. He's got his students doing jumping jacks and shit in the class. And then this kid does a lot. So he plays in a band, in a Mexican band, right? And he plays at clubs. So he's in the shit, bro. And he's staying sober. He's eating clean. He's being a good person, bro. He's in alignment. And his life's changing for him, bro. And he's leading others to change. This is what it's about. Helping each other out and spreading the positivity and growing, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
no, that's fucking powerful, bro. Because that was something for me. I told the story yesterday, and that's as funny as fuck. Is when my wife went to boot camp. My mother-in-law, and me used to just fucking drink. We were drinking buddies. As bad as that fucking sounds. So my wife's fucking going away party. We had 4 AMFs. I fucking my brother-in-law. He was just fucking like, oh, I want to drink. I fucking ordered him like 4 shots. I was like, here, fucking drink that shit, bitch. Stop fucking being weak, dude. And I was just like aggressive. And I was just like, that's the fucking thing. You guys want to drink and you don't want to play with the fucking big boys. And like, I went on this rant, you know, we all had a good time. Nothing crazy happened. But that was my personality. And when I stopped drinking, me and her weren't in alignment. And I was like, I really hated going around my mother-in-law because she always wanted to drink. We'd go to breweries and fucking that was our thing. And it was funny because now she's like, hey, did you go to the gym today? Oh, did you do this? She starts talking about nutrition around me, asking questions every single day. It's like, oh, did you go to the gym? Did you do this? Hey, you look good. Commenting on my stories. And it was like, that was something for me where I was like, oh, do I got to avoid her? Do I got to tone myself down because fucking I'm going to offend somebody? Because that's what I was doing originally, was just offending everybody. And then I was like, nah, fuck that, dude. I'm just going to be me. And if they got a problem with it, we handle the problem. Ain't nobody have a fucking problem. They ain't going to come up to you and say anything. So that was the thing for me, you know, was just living in alignment of that, of not doing it, of not condoning it, and then saying exactly who I am. And I'm like, hey, all the shit that I talk about is because of experience of me going through it, not me coming out of left field being like, hey, don't be a fucking idiot drinking. I'm like, nah, I do that shit. If you're one of my boys, we're going to go out to eat and I'm going to see the way you talk to the waitress. You know what I mean? I'm going to see if you're fucking flirting with her so I can check your ass and be like, hey, bro, what are you doing? Because I've done that. Like, we've all done those things.
Oh, yeah.
We went to Hooters. We've done the dumb shit. I was like, so that's what I do is I check my people, you know? And I'm like, if I know anybody, like one of my boys, Jesus, Hardhead Fit, I have more respect for that dude than anybody right now because we fucking linked up. We recorded a podcast interview. We hit the gym and just straight fucking cool ass dude, you know? And I was like, waitress comes, blah, blah, blah. And she's talking. And this is before I had my coaching program going. And she's like, oh, yeah, because I was talking about macros, you know? So I switched out the food. And it was funny because they had like fries. I was like, oh, I can't have that. Can I get cauliflower on the side? And then the lady's like, hey, nobody ever come in here and do that. Let me go ask the chef. She's like, we may have to charge you extra. I was like, that's fine. Go ahead, charge me extra. Ain't no biggie. It's just $15.
Yep.
He comes back. She's like, oh, the chef said he can do this for you, blah, blah, blah. Because we're at like some fucking 4 or 5 star restaurant. So I'm laughing. I'm like, yeah, homeboy's looking at me. He's like, all right. You know, she comes back again, starts trying to engage in conversation. And I'm like, oh, I'm married, blah, blah, blah. Like, actually, this boy right here is my fucking coach. It's my mentor, like, blah, blah, blah. And I put him on game and I'm passing this client to him. Yeah. And it was funny as fuck because, like, we come to my house, homeboy's leaving. I'm like, hey, bro, you better close that fucking deal. He's like, I have a girlfriend. I was like, no, dumbass. I said, close the deal, fucking sign the client, not to fucking close it that way. And it was funny because, like, that's the way we used to think, you know, is the bullshit saying whatever, you know. So It was just a mutual respect on that level to where we're like, nah, bro, I'm talking about business, not about the dumb shit that past of us would have done that. So that was something where I was like, that's a cool ass fucking dude. And that's someone I want to always have around. It's someone who's been there, done that. And that's why we lead differently. So I'll wrap it up here, brother, because we went a little longer. Thank you again. But what would you say to the previous version of ourselves? We don't know where to start. We just want to align ourselves with our definition of success.
Let the fear go. Let it all go and just give it up to the process. You know what I mean? Start now and don't look back. Just keep pushing forward and don't stop no matter what. You know what I mean? Because there's light on the other side of the fucking fence. You just have to grow a pair of balls, climb that fucking fence, climb that ladder, and jump the fuck off, bro. Jump the fuck off in a personal development and just continue to grow every single day and enjoy the process. That's all it is. Enjoy being you every day and putting in the work. Enjoy the work. You know what I mean? I mean, that's what I would say.
Oh, that's powerful, brother. That's something I had to get clear with myself, doing to where I'm like, every day something. And the difference is between doing something every day versus prior. It's like I used to think of it as a chore. Oh, I have to do this. I have to do this for the business. Like, no, fuck it. I get to do this. I show up. I do this. It's a non-negotiable. That is it. Every day I do these things, regardless if we're with family, whatever the fuck it is. You show up, get the workout in, handle a little bit of business, and then you're present within the moment. I think that's really it, So I appreciate you, brother. You've been an amazing guest. I know definitely we'll have a second one, whether in person or on Zoom again. But thank you again, brother. Where can people find you, man, if they want to keep up with you?
It's my pleasure, bro. And they can find me on Instagram at Mario D Fit, bro.
Hell yeah, brother. Well, we'll send them your way. Thank you again, my man.